Ndodem, Mick, Ndodem, Makwa, Dinwema. My name is Martina Ozalmik. I just announced myself in my Anishnaebek Rosewoman, the name that was given to me, Rosewoman. And because I speak the language, I always, if I'm doing my smudging, announce my name in the language. I'm from Wicklemacom, Manitoulin Island, and I was really honored to be asked to come to this camp. I've always wanted to come down here. I've been to Anishnaebek, where one of my first cousins runs that camp, Kenny Pheasant. So I'm very happy to be here. And I thought, well, okay, it was towards the end of July when I got the letter, and I said, well, I think I can do it, you know, like I asked my husband, could you handle the fort? And he says, okay, because we operate a tourism TP accommodations and stuff like that. But anyways, he was all happy that for me to come down here, so everything worked out good. And one of the things that I thought would be interesting to do is this teaching of the 7 grandfathers, and how a lot of times we may just hear, okay, the 7 grandfather teachings, these are what they are, but we're given the 7 grandfather teachings. And so Anishnaebek in the language first, so you might understand a little bit what I'm doing here. But I'm going to start with Anishnaebek Ansokhan. Meoja Gikedok Mandasa Anishnaebek Tam man pigi beyard up to is nakto up to gi nonchkewin shanat kamagat gigi kandok up to nagi chi kandok gimi gadok mina up to gi opposite kinongoche up to nani kinagego mjai itemat Midas maba kagwech megasat gemne don gigwech megon pa janode cheba de negein kabandene goya ewine maget samanda bemadsoin washanagok washa mnoyat Anishnaebek. Midas maba guiozes ni gimem kagasat tamshu maba beba gibandenean kenan goche gibasha giwet nung gisha manda wab nung gisha jau nung gisha mina epgesbok ni gabenang kenan goche gibasha pandeneat weya Garbo waya gib koasin. Midashwe ekwa nishwan ching gimmen deneget kenan gocha gin deneget. Mi gim koat benojis son. Benojis. Where the benojis? Benojis son gim koat. Midash maba. Beba ni kagwech magasat nando we the natwaya Lisa sema isachenda sema midash gimachinat oh maba mamayin papayin o den gocha gibayawok midash manda give gedang sema mino manda jigen Mi ma pigi begednan. Mi dashnan da benochi san gi machi gi dapnat. Benochi san gi machi nat. Se ma jebe mi no jige. Mi şode mama papa şode banda nakyo. Mi gibi yom da muat. Kage umca I tesno she ikenda na sema binoji gen gitemgat. Mi das maba gimachi nat na binoji san. O de gimachi nat. Mi das she kenege go o de ni şase gmeshom sinanik. Kilo man pina ni şase gmeshom sinanik. Ginmat boat. Ginmat book. Mi das so penochis. Gachi me bogna tokna gning. Mi das na giwin imam machi na to da meshom san. Ishno moat penochis. Mi das gignom chigasa to penochis. We ne gignom chigasa. We ne gignom chigasa. Yo, mi gumaba benochis. Mi maba ekinomot. Kinang baje kabamuina. Kinang baje a king kabamuina. Mi das maba idap nagasat benochis. Idap nagasat. Kiba machinin. Kinang baje mama chigasa. Ha kiba machinan. Eşkam gumaba, kinem dedem abu güyüzes. Eşkam güyüzes gibi awe. Kinam goca. Apçmaba kwe kwadza wen giyan. We ne kelego ki bakendan o da baya. Kedam goca. Güyüzes. Eşkonam abu güyüzes. Abu güyüzes. Eşkam o kinem dedem aba. Mi das şöyle ni kenme gasat apçın vakat mi maba kabamu inat nanda kimachi inat nihap kimachi inat meşomsak kenan madboat wi wami mi das şey gimine gasat kinoma gewen mi das şo Kimachi ne kamatwa meşomesla. Mi şwaba bejin meşomes. Ki ken mandan da wisesan. Heşkam negatstot kedegego. Mi da she jigen. Non çgo enan degen. Non çgo jigenan enan degen. Kimine gaza. Non çgo wiwi ne magasat. Kawim shigi shitasi baba meshomes win moatnan da kedegego. Mi da shwe ekda to meshomes. Bokawen. Mi adan bokawen. Maban tamgagi gidat. Mi sega kedat. Apçı nibnagego kanek kendan bemadzien. Nibnagego kakendan man pi. Nibnat kakendan washe bemadzien. Mi da şwe abdek we ne winsastaban kene mandagego. Mandage sagedwen ge gimine gasa baba. We ne wini kino moatsa nishnaben pinigiwet. Wasanina maba baya. Mi da şwe giwine magasat wissa sagedwen. Mi shminawe manade namoen. Kena saga bawamdan aki. Wesiak bet pigok bet kidegen. Kena we ne waje abjetot sakidigego. We ne abdek se mawi biget nang gelud apnang. Ich bin satt, wasch geschod mege muson mege gego gigoen wasch get. Mi segi kenuma gasat. Savcıyla depsini. Depsi. Wow, nun gimiş lan. Mi da şwe. Akade wen mi no gimin gazat. Manda akade wen. Akade wen. We boss exit gego. We boss exit maba na gwoses. We wenige we measure yat manda sa ispin gego. Joebset. We skoisit. We win the kender. Oh manda ne kenga shechige. Mis mi no kashwa mi nenwe. Mis mi no kwad zoin. Kwad zoin ge jigen ge gimin gazat ge mi no. Mi shwegi temga ke kino ge go kino mage wen. Kwad zoin badem de zoin. De boy wen ge. Kino go bandi we ne washe matzet pinip skabit endawat. Mi samaba giuzes. Kashwa kino ma gazat samanda kino ge go. Mi she gi machi gazat. Oden yap we machi rot. Anishnaebek kina wewene we dawat. Misa an so kewen. Raja mi gazat na dasa kino magevlen. We machi rot niya. Okay, so anybody got the gist of the story? Yeah. It talks about long ago, you know, how Anishnaebek were suffering. There was many diseases, and they were not living the good life that was given to them. So what happened was, because of all the turmoil, the Creator sent a messenger to go around the earth, to go around and find someone to bring those teachings back to the people so they could start living right. So he went, this messenger left immediately, and he went all around, and he looked all in the northern direction, the eastern direction, the south direction, and the west direction, but he could not find anybody. So he kept going and going, but on the seventh try, like after going around in all those directions, he found a little baby. The baby was against the tree. The baby was in a cradle board. And then he thought, well, that must be the one. So he went closer to the baby, and there was no parents around. They must have had just left the baby there, and the parents were gathering food. So without letting them fear that their son was taken for a bad reason, he left tobacco and he left cloth. He left cloth there. So as he took that baby, he took the baby to the seven grandfathers' lodge, and the Mishomsuk looked at that little baby, and they said, "This is the one. This is the one we've been waiting for, because of the innocence and of that baby." So the grandfathers instructed the messenger, take this baby around. Take the baby around all over and teach him. So he was a little baby in the cradle, in the Tuknagan cradle board, and he started going around to all over the world. By that time, like that little boy was 7 years old, he was learning all about the animal life, the plant life, the universal life, going all around to observe everything. By the time they came back to the grandfather's lodge, the grandfathers were waiting, and the little boy was escorted in with the messenger, and they saw how he had grown. So he was given, like they looked at him, and then they were so happy to see him. Then he was given cloth of many colors, all the different cloths that he was given. And within those colors were all those teachings. And they talked about Zagidwin, love, Anishnaebek. So that grandfather gave him that teaching of love. And I'll elaborate as we go along with the teachings here. And then the next teaching, the other grandfather gave him a different color cloth. And it was Akdea with bravery. So he was given that and explained that no matter what, like you might encounter fear, but just overcome that and you'll be okay. And then the respect, he was shown that as he was growing. So he knew what respect for the land, respect for the plant life, respect for one another. He knew that teaching. And then Wekwad, so in that honesty, he was very honest with the Gary Asia Mots. So he was given all these teachings, honesty, humility, not to think that he knew it all, and they will in that truth. So he was given all these teachings. Lastly, he was given that wisdom. Another cloth was given to him. And he had all of these teachings within him. And then he was instructed to go back to the earth and go and teach the Anishnaebek of how to live, because of the turmoil that they were living in. Someone had to come in and go and give those teachings back to them because they had forgotten how to live because of all the turmoil, jealousy, fighting, all that stuff that happened. So this little boy went down back to the earth to bring these teachings, and he was given that drum and that pipe came, and we acknowledged this little boy in ceremony in our lodge, like the sweat lodge. There's a stone at the edge of the crescent moon. There's a stone that symbolizes that little boy who brought the teachings of the seven grandfather teachings. And so that's a story, a legend that we use in having people, like sometimes when they come into the lodge, they talk about those seven grandfather teachings before. Now, so Midashmanda, today, what I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on these teachings here. And as you notice, I have them all. I have the directions here. I'm sure most of you have that medicine wheel teaching somewhere that you might have learned. Midashmanda wabanong, jaunong, epigeshmak, mage nigabenong, iwetnong. Okay, so again, wabanong, jaunong, nigabenong, mage epigeshmak. Again, we say epigeshmak back home. So I've learned nigabenong is where the sun sets. So in our Anishnaebek, when you are born, you come into this world, your mom and dad, because you are inside the mom's womb, and there was love.